My name's Nick, I'm a call handler and I've been doing it for about 2.5 years. You get in, you get yourself ready and you sit down and you start taking calls. So we're a 24-hour service, so the public are always ready. Anything from solicitors who need to contact various custody departments right the way through to someone who's the victim of crime that's happening right now, or even offenders ring in for various bits of information or to own up for doing something. So you can talk to a wide range. Literally anybody could call us at any time. I suppose we work most closely with the colleagues who do the same job as me, so any other call handlers who are sat near you. Sometimes you'll be sort of talking across each other, you know, have you picked up that incident, has somebody else got something similar, especially if it's a motorway, or can you call me an ambulance or the fire or something like that, just to make sure we got that sorted. And then of course on to the people who do the dispatching of the officers as well. We're in close contact with them via the system that we use to make sure that the information we're giving is the right information for them, and any questions they need to ask, they can ask us. I think what gets me up and gets me into work is the feeling that no matter what kind of day I have or what kind of day somebody else is having, something that I do or say is going to make a positive difference to their life. The main challenge is going to be talking to people who are panicking or who are in a very difficult situation, who are just really, really angry with you or somebody else, because they often don't want to talk to you directly and it can be difficult to get the information you need out of them. I like shift work a lot. It suits me and my lifestyle. It's varied and different. You do, when you first start doing it, have to learn how to sleep correctly and how to eat and when to eat, and that can be a bit difficult to get used to, but after you've got used to it, to be honest with you, you just get into a bit of a routine, and it's like any other routine, just a bit different to the norm. I mean, sometimes there are going to be occasions where you can't do things that other people who maybe work 9 to 5 are going to be able to do. So one Saturday night you might be in work, there's no chance of getting it off and you miss out on something. But conversely, there's the occasions where you are available and you wouldn't ordinarily have otherwise been. In terms of working and meeting up with the team, there are always social events that we're organising to make sure that we're keeping sort of close. My team in particular are really, really close. We've done karaoke over the last couple of months, we do barbecues in the summer and things like that, so you get to meet up outside of work and get to know the people you work with even better. Practice typing. I know it's one of the required assessments that you're going to have to be able to type, but don't underestimate how quickly you will want to and how naturally you want to be able to feel able to type. If you don't have to think about that, it removes one whole level of stress from the rest of the experience of trying to handle, and when you're learning to call handle. If you can type quickly, you can get the information down. Before I did this, I was a restaurant manager, so I was quite used to dealing with conflict and with members of the public coming in and arguing and that kind of thing, and it gives you a really good experience of how to talk to people, especially when they're upset or unhappy about something. So that really helped. I'm also a special constable, so I worked for the police as a volunteer before I worked here, so I had an idea of how the police family worked, and also how to deal with people and talk to people out on the streets. Well, I'm a tutor, so at the moment I'm tutoring somebody to do my job, which is really rewarding, and that certainly stands you in good stead for moving on to other things. There are roles in the police family or outside of the police family which really value the experience that you can get in here. So you can always think about going up the ladder. You can go to supervisor or acting supervisors and head through that way, or maybe a different department, applying for police officer, PCSO. I know lots of people have been accepted to do sort of ICT training roles based on the knowledge of the systems that they've got in here. So I think starting as a call handler gives you a really good understanding and a really good basis of the skills across the force. The thing I'm proudest of was I had to talk somebody down from hurting themselves. Sometimes you do have to speak to people in situations that are very unpleasant, and it can be, it can be quite difficult to talk to them like that. But when you get that positive result of somebody listening to what you're saying, engaging with you, and starting to talk about what's driven them to that stage in their life, and you bring it round and you get them to get some help, or to let you get police officers out to them to assist, and I think that's probably my proudest achievement, knowing that I've perhaps made somebody think differently about a very negative situation that they're in. Challenging. There's always going to be something in call handling that you come across that you've never come across before, and as a person who likes to learn how to do new things, that keeps it fresh all the time. Even 2.5 years down the line, there's going to be something every week that I don't know and I have to go and find out about. Varied, because you can come across something, someone's screaming and shouting down the phone, it's an emergency, it's happening right now, and then the next minute you're transferring somebody to speak to a police officer about something that happened 3 weeks ago. So you get a really good variation of the different paces and things like that. So it's really good in that respect. And rewarding is probably my third word. You get so much opportunity to, like I explained before, even in a really small way, make sure that you're helping other people get the most out of their lives, and that doesn't go unmissed. You do notice that, and people will say to you, thanks for that.